The Toyota Owners 400 race concluded on 31st of March, but Denny Hamlin's suspected jumpstart continues to make headlines. During the race, Hamlin fought his way from 11th place to win at Richmond. In doing so, he beat his teammate, Martin Truex Jr., who had led the race for 228 laps. Hamlin's victory was secured with a quick pit stop and a quick reaction time during the restart after a caution which took the race to overtime. Hamlin now seems to be tired of people still accusing him of jumping the gun during the race restart. Before we get into the details of what Denny Hamlin said, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We post the latest news on everything NASCAR. Don't miss out on the action. After a poor qualifying in front of his home crowd, Hamlin only managed to qualify 11th for the race on Sunday. This gave him an uphill battle to prepare for. Since the race began on a wet track, Hamlin did not take any risks to make any moves. But once the track became dry, he used his strategy wisely to catch up with the leaders of the race. During the final laps of the race, Denny was running in third position behind Truex and Logano. Behind Hamlin were Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace fighting for fourth place. While Wallace was trying to get past, he went a bit too close to Larson and tagged his rear bumper. This sent the number 5 car spinning, and a caution flag was thrown. This sent the race into overtime. To prepare for the restart, the top 5 came into the pits for fresh tires to give them the best opportunity to win the race. During the pit stops, both Logano and Truex's crews performed considerably slow stops. Both their stop times were at 10.3 seconds. Denny Hamlin's crew, on the other hand, was able to complete the stop in exactly 9 seconds. This 1.3 second difference was enough for Hamlin to come out of the pits ahead of Truex and Logano. As the caution period ended, Denny Hamlin quickly reacted and was able to pull away from his teammate, Truex Jr. This left the number 19 car vulnerable to defend against Logano and Larson behind him. While Hamlin went on to win the race, Truex lost position to both Logano and Larson. After the race, the number 19 car was seen rear-ending the number 11 car out of frustration. Truex also went on to claim that Hamlin jumped the start after the caution period. After the race, NASCAR reviewed the footage and declared that Hamlin's restart was legal. But the conversations on X continued to speculate whether the restart was legal or not. The day after the race, Denny took to X to convey a message concerning the restart. After much consideration, talks with the team, and dissecting the SMT data, it is clear that I jumped the start. Because of that, I've decided to do the right thing and wish you a happy April Fool's Day. Given that NASCAR has given their verdict on the situation, Denny didn't have much to add. There's no doubt that he fought hard for that win and didn't do anything wrong to steal the win from Truex. Truex's race loss came due to a slow pit stop from his crew. If the stop was on point, he could have remained in the lead and won the race. Truex's bigger disappointment is that he missed out on an opportunity to qualify for the playoffs. Although Martin is currently leading the championship, he is yet to win a race. A win at Richmond would have guaranteed a playoff spot for him this season. However, there are still 19 more races left in the regular season, so Truex will have several more opportunities to qualify for the playoffs. Former NASCAR driver Richard Petty has given his thoughts on the restart led by Hamlin. "I think he started a little early from that standpoint," said Richard Petty, a 7-time Cup Series champion. "But when you get down and you done run a race that long, it's hard to make a judgment call. If that would have been the first of the race, they could have probably made a judgment call. But under those circumstances, they were just trying to get the race over with. I really didn't see nothing wrong with the restart because he is number 1. And I mean, you couldn't see the restart zone or none of that. He certainly got the green flag and the checkered, no question about that. And it's in the history book now, so we'll just have to leave it at that." Richard Petty feels that NASCAR made the decision for a legal start because it happened as the race was about to come to an end. There was not enough time for an extensive investigation given that Hamlin did go on to win the race. NASCAR cannot delay too long when an investigation can change the winner of the race. Hence, to get the result done, Richard feels that they made the decision to deem it legal. With Hamlin on the inside curve during the restart, he would not have been able to get a clear view of the green flag like Truex had. Hence, he may have taken a gamble as to when the green flag would fall based on when the pace car went into the pits. On 2nd April, Denny Hamlin took to X as the topic of the jumpstart was not going away. He said, "I sure wish someone would come out with a new paint scheme or something. Ain't y'all tired of talking about the same thing for 48 hours now? Our team won the race because of the pit crew, not the restart. Y'all just sour. Get over it." Given that the race has concluded and NASCAR has given its verdict, the results are not going to change no matter what. Hence, Denny wants everyone to move on and focus on the next race. There were mistakes made by Truex's crew, but the best thing to do is improve for the next race. As a NASCAR driver, the last thing you want is someone discrediting your race win. Denny is certainly tired of it and will be eager for new headlines to hit the news. Hamlin's race in Richmond marks his second victory of the season. His playoff spot has already been secured this year. The teammate he beat, Martin Truex Jr., will be looking to secure his spot in the playoffs in the coming race in Virginia again. With another 19 races left for the regular season, the playoffs will begin on September 8th in Atlanta. If Truex is unable to win a race before then, it's unlikely that he would re-sign with Joe Gibbs Racing. He signed a contract extension with the team last year. The contract was a 1+1 year deal, which means that he will have the option to exit the contract after the first year if the conditions of the exit clause are met. Both Martin and Denny have been racing in NASCAR for around the same time. However, Hamlin has been with Joe Gibbs Racing since the beginning of his NASCAR career. Over the years, he has grown with the team. Denny has also taken Joe Gibbs' grandson, Ty Gibbs, under his wing, guiding and mentoring him. Hence, the team would always favor Hamlin over their other drivers. Hamlin's pit crew was actually a part of Martin's pit crew a few years back. At the time, they were younger and inexperienced since they had just started with the team. Hence, their pit stops were a bit slower than usual. When they became better, the pit crew was assigned to the number 11 car for the races. Given that the team has been and will prioritize Hamlin over Truex, the latter would want to be somewhere where he is a priority over his teammates. Although Hamlin is one of the best drivers today, he's yet to win a Cup Series championship. This has been the one achievement he's come short of every season. This year, he'll be hoping to change his luck. Although his performance so far has been strong, he will need to be able to continue this form when the playoffs arrive in September. If he's not able to do so, he'll have another year without a championship. The NASCAR drivers will now be heading to the Cookout 400 race this weekend. Truex will be looking to make an impact right away. Although he has already won a championship in 2017, he will be eager to win another this year. In order to do that, his first goal will be to win a race to clinch the playoff spot. The Cookout 400 will provide him the opportunity as he has the momentum. Although he was not able to win the race in Richmond, he did put on a strong performance that allowed him to lead 228 laps. He will be hoping to continue this form this weekend. With so many drivers capable of winning the championship this year, do you think Denny Hamlin will finally win it all in November? Also, do you think Martin Truex Jr. will win the Cookout 400 race this weekend given his current form? Post your thoughts in the comments section below.